Hello everyone. It's me, Chaff Commander Coffee, back with the next episode of my Shogun 2 Total War Master of Strategy Let's Play. Last episode we finished conquering the Ando clan, and we are now beset upon by another, the Asari, who own Toko Castle up here in the north. But to make matters worse, the Daihuji broke our alliance. We did ally with them again, but I don't think it will last, which means that by allying with them again, we've got the growing alliances penalty just got bigger. So I don't think we're going to be able to make any more allies without making enemies with the rest of Japan for a very long time. So I think we're going to just have to stick with what we got, which might mean just hunkering down for a bit. We're going to wait for our army to replenish. It's going to take a few more turns, and then we're going to march on Toko Castle. Okie dokie. So, tech-wise, we're going to research equal fields, Chonindo, and traditional building with our bonus chi insights, which will give us some good technology, some sort of good economic base to work with. We might go for tax reform and Tofukan after that, just to give us a little bit more cash. But I'm probably going to end up going for either advanced weapons or basic logistics, because they boost our armies, and that's what we need right now. We need to focus on our military tech. But we did pretty much everything we needed to do last turn, so we're just going to end the turn here. Right, so the Asari are going to attack us. Here's their army. There's a lot of militia there, so they're not going to last very long in a siege. But we've got their daimyo, their heir, and their brother leading the force. We've got our first siege defense. I think we can win it without too many issues. We don't have any militia, we're just all Ashigaru, so we've actually got some trained men. Our front line's a little bit on the weak side, but we can always dismount our generals if we need to. Now, Master Strategy does actually come with a map pack. I didn't download it because I didn't know how balanced the maps would be, or if they would be buggy at all, so I decided I'll just stick with the base Shogun battle maps for now, which are still pretty good, so. Should be no problem. Militia will rout very quickly upon getting up the walls, and their archers have very bad accuracy. But let's start off this battle with a bit of a general speech, shall we, on our first siege defense. We're ready to start. So, unfortunately it's raining, which is a bit of a problem because our Teppo unit's going to be a bit weaker. So let's gather all of our archers towards the front gate here. Now we don't know where our enemy is going to be, so we're just going to have to sort of gather our men as best we can. Let's get the retainers over here as well. Just put them over there. We have a lot of cavalry. Now I don't know how I'm going to use them just yet. I'll probably send the katana retainers out, the key retainers. But all of our infantry and stuff are going to have to stack back here. The castle's a bit small for our number of soldiers defending it, which is going to mean that a lot of them are going to take arrow fire and not be able to do anything about it. Let's start the battle, see where our enemies are, and then position ourselves accordingly. So we've got Yari militia up here, Naginata militia, Yari militia, Yari Ashigari. Okay, so no archers there. Yumis. Okay, so we want some archers up here. Let's get some Yumis on the wall there. Let's get some Yumis on the wall next to them. Let's try and position them as best we can. We've also got some, Yumis and Teppos up there. Over here are their generals, which they're obviously not going to engage just yet. We've got all their retainers are over here. So we're going to need our retainers on the walls as well. In fact, let's get the Teppos on the wall here, and then get the Teppos on the gatehouse next to them. Now we've still got a few archers that we haven't moved yet, so let's pull them over here. So we've got 3 units of archers we haven't moved. We can use them to just protect this wall. Over here. And then this unit of archers can just make up this spot here. Right, now all their archers seem to be up here. So we're going to move all of our infantry over to this side. Move our generals up here as well. Now I could move the katana key and such out of the castle. I want to do. Well, Teppa retainers, Yumi retainers, and veteran Yari. So all their best units are on this side of the wall. Right, let's start moving my cavalry out of the castle, or at least my katana key. If their generals want to chase my katana key, I can bring them close to the walls, and we'll. So their katana key are coming out. Now our Teppos will make short work of them, so. I'm going to just circle round the castle and see if they follow us. It does look like they want to follow us. They're trying to charge my cavalry, but it's not going to go very well for them. And their generals are moving forward as well. I'm fairly sure we can kill their generals pretty fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to inspire our katana key, just have them engage. I don't think their general will last very long with that amount of arrow fire coming in on him. And their katana units and retainers are moving up to fight with them. Let's get some of our Yari Ashigari ready to repel any men that get on the walls. Now these katana key need to get out of there before they get encircled. We're going to lose a few of them to their generals engaging. But We've managed to kill one of their general units, which is good. That's going to affect their morale pretty hard. It looks like their katana key have actually dismounted, which I was not expecting. Just keep trying to circle their range units. They might... Keep moving. I'm going to lose a few katana key here by the looks of it, but that's fine. We'll try and get them back into the castle now that they've done their job. Oh, their cavalry right on our backs. Might lose the katana key retainers here. No, their general's backing off now. So we're going to get these guys back into the castle as best we can. Now their units have started to get on the walls. I think the katana key have done their job. Good job they have done. Right, there's retainers there. These Ashgaru archers are getting ruined, so we're going to pull them out off the walls. And have these Yari militia who are wavering will meet the might of our Yari Ashgaru. Hopefully we can defeat them there. Let's have these Yumis just... Oh crap, they're still taking arrow fire from outside the castle. Oh, their Yari retainers have got on the walls. Right, let's get some of our retainers over here to fight them. These Yumi Ashgaru need to move as well. Get our retainers to inspire themselves. Yari Ashgaru ready here, but I think they're just taking arrow fire right now, not actually doing a huge deal. Well, enemy Teppo retainers on the walls and veteran Yaris. Our Teppo retainers are doing quite a good job of holding there, and so are our Yumi retainers. So we're going to keep them on the walls, because they're actually good fighters, we don't need to worry about them so much. We're going to grab a couple of our generals and move them outside of this gate to come and deal with these Yumi retainers. They're being a nuisance. And these Yari Ashgaru are going to have to probably join in the fray here. And our veteran Yaris are going to move up to deal with the rest of these militia. Can't imagine those Teppo retainers will last much longer. Ours are getting a bit wrecked, so we're going to pull them out. Yumi retainers are doing fine though. Just going to leave them there. Let's get our cavalry to deal with the remaining Yumi retainers. And if we get the last of our generals out of the castle, they can go and hunt down the enemy commander. Let's have them inspire themselves and just mop up these Yumi retainers.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
Looks like the rest of their forces are fleeing the castle. We're going to try and run as many of them down as we can. The enemy general here is wavering. He's taking a lot of gunfire. We've got our Teppo Ashgaru on the walls here. Let's charge him quickly and rout his force. And the Teppo just opened fire. And he's routing. So that should be victory. Right, let's continue so we can just run down some more of these units. Oh, the Katana retainers have decided to run out of the castle to Right, we killed another one of their generals. See if we can't rout some more of their Ashgaru units. I'm going to try and get rid of the Teppos because they can be a real problem later on if we don't. And then see if they run ahead and get rid of those Yumi militia. There's a lot of militia here. I'm not too bothered by militia. Militia are a bit, they're very weak, so I'm not hugely bothered by militia units escaping. Still, like to get as many of them as I can. I don't think there was any men on the other flank of the castle, so I think there's some Yari retainers and stuff there we could probably get rid of. Okay, I think that's probably everybody. We could try run down a few more, but we'll call that a victory. And now we can move forward and capture another province, Toko Castle, if I'm not mistaken. A good battle though, a good battle, we won that. The castle was a bit too small to field our full campaign force, which which is obviously an issue, but we won. We didn't lose very many men, and they lost practically their entire army. Oh, they have another force. Oh, okay. Well, siege battle number... Oh, look at all those militia. That was a lot of militia. Well, siege number 2. Like I said, it's on legendary. It's a whole new level of militia that you have to deal with, and that's just the early game. It's not like militia are difficult units, but it's the attrition. You know, one clan will declare war on you. You get hit by 2 full stacks of like. You have one stack which is like half good units, and then militia, and then another full stack that's full of militia. And it's just number warfare, which is a real... Oh, it's such a pain in the arse to deal with. And very hard has obviously got the same bonuses as legendary. It's just legendary doesn't let you save, so I have to play it on hard. And I tell you what, the AI still can train quite a lot of militia. I could have been training these main militia as well, to be honest. I genuinely could have. I spent like 4,000 gold building a harbour. I could have been building militia as well, but they don't win you battles. That's for sure. They do not win you battles. So we're actually looking a little low on units. We might actually just sally forth and fight them in the field. Our Katana Key have taken huge casualties, so they're going to have to stay behind. We've got these retainers. We don't have any other garrison units aside from these retainers. Okay, let's think about this. We've got 4 units of Ashigaru. We've got our retainers, which kick ass. We could use them pretty effectively. The Teppo and the Yumi retainers are still very solid range units. We've got a lot of Teppos, and we've still got quite a few archers. So I say we can defend at least half the castle, and then the other half we could sally forth against. Let's see where their men are. Naginata, Yari militia, Naginata militia, and a huge force of men over there. I don't see them anywhere else. So we're going to set our archers up against them. So let's get the Teppos on the mainstay of the wall, because they're going to be our biggest units. Let's get all of our cavalry except our Katana Key outside the castle. I think the Katana Key are going to help protect the town centre. Let's see. If we can get most of our archers lined up there. Get our mainstay of archers back there, and then we can put the Teppo retainers just on the flank of the wall there. And then these Naginatas and such that are going to come up the wall, we're going to have our veteran Yaris ready to repel them. And then we're going to have the rest of our men. We'll put the veteran Yaris with the archers there. We're going to leave our smallest unit of Yaris behind in the castle in case they climb the walls. And the rest of the men are also going to field themselves outside the walls. I think we got this. Right, let's inspire our Teppos. We're going to have to get our Yumi retainers to do that, because they're currently not on the walls. And as soon as the enemy starts to leave their archers behind, we will engage them. Let's move this melee force a bit quicker. Put them out here. Yeah, so the enemies started leaving their archers behind their main force. We're going to have our cavalry come around the flank and smash them. Militia will not be very difficult to rout. We just need to actually get them to rout. So our cavalry will be instrumental in doing that. Now they have got militia that are currently forming to fight us. Let's send the Yari retainers and a group of Ashigaru that way, and send these ones this way. have these guys ready to face off against these Naginata that have come around. Right, so they've engaged us on the walls. Let's engage them with some of our Ashgari.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord.
One of our generals got caught up by the militia there. Some Naginata militia coming back against our cav. We'll just try and force them to chase. We'll just smash into their lines. Let's start inspiring our generals. Oh. And they've already shattered all of their archers. And these men should have no problem.
A glorious victory will soon be yours.
And their army has shattered. Just like that. Their entire thousands of militia are now fleeing the field. Because they're terrible units and you should never have to rely on them at all. We're going to set all of our archers on hold fire. Because otherwise they might kill some of our general bodyguard and they take a long time to recover. So they're going to just chase down those Yari militia in front. These guys chase down the Naginata militia at the back. So, we're going to triple speed, because we're just chasing down a lot of militia units here. So they probably had about 70% of their army left, and it routed. And that is why you cannot... Militia, you can use, like, I've used them before, and they can be pretty handy, actually, for bogging up a flank. But your general has to have very good morale bonuses. Generally, you want your Daimyo when he's got the Ashigaru leader perk. And then they have more morale, and they'll actually hold the line quite well. But they've got to have a very high level general to keep them on the field. If the militia fight beside retainers, retainers inspire them, which then keeps their morale quite high. So yeah, but generally it's just like I have more numbers. That's it. They have very little actual effect on the field battle. But you'll see that even a large army of militia like that still caused some casualties, and those casualties we'll have to replenish. We do not replenish them very quickly. You can imagine on Legendary, if you're constantly assaulted by huge armies like that, that the attrition will eventually wear your army of 2,000 down to an army of 500. And at that point, you can't fight back. Like, we lost 273 men, fighting nothing but militia. Some of them were retainers, which take a long time to recover. A lot of archers got killed by arrow fire, so even that battle, it cost us. Hopefully it didn't cost us too much, because other clans will take advantage of those assaults. Oh, we got a trade ship, good, and we finish equal fields. We either get melee attack on all our units or melee defense. Now, +2 melee defense is probably going to be more useful. Melee attack doesn't mean we actually kill them. So, but we're going to take melee defense because I like my units not to die as a preference, really. Now, this trade ship, we're going to go for... there's cotton here. We need incense, though. Incense, that's what we want. Incense will let us train Yamabusha. Yamabusha are very good troops. So, we're going to try and get this trade ship. Now, there should be some cotton around here. We don't want to sail out to... there's the cotton. That is something we want as well, but we want to go all the way over to this incense over on the tip of the island there. That's what we really want to do. We want to find that and get a hold of that as quickly as possible. Let's build another trade ship, and as you can see, we cannot recruit any more trade ships. Can't get any more of them. We're only allowed 2 for that level of harbour. When we build a bigger harbour, we can get more, but right now we're only allowed 2. So we're just going to finish off these remnant forces. We're just going to auto-resolve that. We lost 35 men. I probably could have got through it with losing less, but a bit of a waste of time. So our Daimyo leveled up. Let's give him Strategist, and we'll also give him Cavalry Commander. I could go down like Honourable. I don't really need to. I could get Religious, which is pretty good. Religious is really handy if, because where it says converts your province to your religion, that does affect unrest as well, I think. The effectiveness in Spires is pretty handy too, but the +2 morale for all units, that's really good if you're playing the Oda or if you're playing the Ikoiki, because you have lots of Ashgaru. So. And the upkeep cost for all units, and then replenishment rate and things like that. Inspirational is... Both of these are very good perks, you shouldn't ignore them, but I think I'm going to go for probably for Infantry Leader, possibly Ashgaru Commander as well, because Siege Expert is just so good. The extra command when doing siege attacks, it keeps your men on the field for so much longer. It's really nice. Anyway, Toko Castle here has a small garrison. I think what we'll do is we'll just besiege them. I don't see any reason to assault the castle. In fact, there is no reason to assault the castle. They built a Yuya and a traders here. Got some roads as well and some rice paddies. So I could have my agent inspire the army. That's probably a good idea. So I'll have him inspire the force. Hiyama Castle is going to rebel. We just exempt it from taxes. It will no longer rebel. It's good stuff. The Daihuji haven't broken their alliance again, which fills me with happiness. And we'll start being able to recruit better troops very shortly. So let's do our last 2 turns of economic tax. As you can see, our clan income's gone way down. Way down. Which is, yeah, we've trained a lot more Ashigaru, so we are paying a lot more in unit upkeep. But that's something I am willing to do. Now, if they don't sally forth to attack us, the Asari want peace for 1,000 gold. I'm going to decline that because I can get more than 1,000 gold. I can get a province. So yeah, they're not sallying forth, so we're just gonna starve them out. It's a bit slow, but in fact, what I could do, I'm gonna get traditional building as our next tech. Let's take a look at our army. I'll move these Yari Ashgaru up into the force. That will give us a bit more power. Those militia are going to have absolutely no effect on this army here if it decides to attack us. So we're going to need to get another province that can recruit troops, and I might knock the crafts workshop down here to get some more troops. They've got a dojo. See, the problem is because they have a dojo there, and they've even built a samurai village. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. I think we're gonna knock the craftsman's workshop down here and build something else. I think I might build another camp because it improves unit replenishment as well. So now I don't actually know what's in Ishikawa Castle, do I? No, we don't know what's in Ishikawa Castle. Yeah, that's a problem. Alright, let's see. We're still obscure fame. We need that to go up. That helps our diplomacy as well when we're no longer obscure. We're gonna have to slog through a lot of wars. Yeah, we're not hiring any militia. I can't bear myself to do that. Let's see if we can discover some more trade routes as we go past Sado Island. Yeah, there you go. There's the iron trade route, but we need the incense. Incense is our goal. Oh, I should have moved the other trade ship down. Oh, never mind. It's not that. I might actually get that trade ship to trade cotton because that's useful for training veteran samurai, which I would also very much like to have. So yeah, I think we'll do that. I think one of the Yamabushi requires a certain technology or maybe weapons to train. One or the other. Yamabushi would be really good though. If we can get some Yamabushi, that's going to be incredibly helpful. So we've finished our bonuses from Chi Tech. We're going to go for tax reform and possibly calligraphy, because that will give us a +20 to our diplomatic relations and a 15% bonus to our tech research, which is, you know, 20%. We'll have like 22% off of all of our tech, which is pretty good. So we're going to trade incense, which is making us only 76 gold. Not very much. These trade routes are not as good as the original trade routes. The original trade routes still provide a lot more, but they're not bad. So we're going to trade some cotton as well, which is going to give us only 24 worth of value. But we've encountered a bunch of clans because of the trade route, and all those clans don't like us. But that's fine. Right, let's move these units over into the army there. So we'll have to take a unit out. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll take the general who reduces upkeep cost. This guy. Oh. We can't. He must continue the siege. Right, in that case, you can join the army and you can just sit there as a reinforcement. Right. Okie dokie. So we've got a harbour, we've got a crafts workshop there. Build that into an urban town, that'd be really good. Don't want to build any ships because they're very expensive and they're not worth it right now. Over here, I could build a dojo or a samurai house. But I think we'll take a temporal guard. The bonus to replenishment rates can be really handy, and it will enable us to get a few more Ashgara units. Speaking of, I think we're going to move some of these Ashgaru up to Minato Castle, because we're going to need some more troops in the north. And over here, we'll soon be able to get some of these. Oh, that requires, yeah, Tetsubo Yamabushi require, yeah, they require advanced weapons, which I do want to research, to be honest. So we'll probably get that fairly soon, and then get some Tetsubo Yamabushi. But we want some of those Yumi Yamabushi, incredibly good archers. They also have Kisho training, remains hidden whilst firing. And the Naginata Yamabushi are just dank. They're just really, really powerful units. They're about as strong as retainers or stronger. Retainers are very good troops, but I think they're actually, yeah, I think they're actually stronger than the retainers. So it'd be good to get some professional troops in our army. We are steadily cutting their units down. I want them to attack us. If they attack us, they'll have a worse time of it. Building roads in Minato Castle is probably a good idea as well, because there's a lot of territory they need to cover. I don't know why they built roads here. This doesn't even technically have roads going to it, but I need to save my money for more troops as it stands. So we'll finish sieging Toko Castle for this episode. It shouldn't take much longer. I could vassalize them. Oh, there you go. Now they're coming out to fight us because they don't want to lose any more men from attrition. This is not a battle that is going to require very much. I could auto it, but should I just auto it? Some of our units are looking a little low on troops is all, and our General's Bodyguard are more or less full strength, so I'd like to use the General's Bodyguard as much as possible in this fight. Now they have to come out to fight us, which is ideal. This is the final stand of the Asari clan. And our borders shall forever expand. Okie. Well, it's not a very important battle, so I'm not going to bother listening to the general speech. Let's get our cavalry over to one flank. We will take the cavalry, the key as well, because why not? Our Yari Ashigaru actually aren't in bad shape, but they're not in good shape, so I don't want to use them as much as I perhaps could. Let's get the Teppos out in front, in a very wide line if possible, and in loose formation. And let's get our archers equally in loose formation. Oh no, that's the Ashigaru. The archers in loose. Pop them over here. And have our two retainers. I have one retainer on each flank. We'll have the veteran Ashigaru over with the katanas in case their cavalry decide to be a nuisance. Okay. Now, ideally our cavalry would be engaging them. And keep the daimyo back. I don't want the daimyo to accidentally die, he's already level 3. Let's see what the opponent... They're going to come straight for us. They don't really have a choice. I'll see if any of their Ashigaru break off to attack my cavalry. They do have some Yumi retainers in this army, which could do quite a lot of damage. Well, they will do a lot of damage, rather. There you go, there's the Yumi retainers. There's the Yumi Ashigaru, and some katana retainers as well. Now we could charge them, just so they can't make use of their range units quite so much, but I don't think that's necessary. Now, our Yari Ashigaru are not going to do very good attacking katana retainers, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's get everybody engaged. Pull our general up. Now our cavalry can come down the flanks and just smash them. Inspiring all of my commanders. And that's the battle over, just like that. Couple of volleys on their katana retainers brought their numbers down into a more manageable level, and then a quick charge from the cavalry. No problem. And they had no choice, they had to engage us, otherwise the battle timer runs out and then they die because they're selling forth from siege. So yeah. Okie. So, Toko Castle is ours. I could vassalize them for some extra honour, but I don't think it's a good spot for a vassal. The Tosawa clan might be good for a vassal if they end up going to war with me. I might vassalize them. Right, so we've got Todofuken. A bunch of daimyos died. We captured the province. We destroyed the Asari. So, hopefully other clans start laying off, because, yeah. Let's move our daimyo, and I'm going to move everybody else, bar this general, and I'm going to move every damaged unit I can back to Hiyama Castle because I want them to move down to Minato Castle to get the bonuses from the new camp that's been built there. And we're going to move the militia up to act as Toko Castle's garrison for the time being. Now, they've got a traders and a Yuya here, which I don't mind. These are good buildings to have together. This reduces unrest, provides happiness, and this basically just makes money. And then, obviously, with the actual town, that's an urban town, so they did intend this to be for money. Now, they built fields, which I don't necessarily agree with because they could have better resources there. So what we're going to do is knock that down and probably build something else instead. I don't have much gold spare, so I'm going to... it provides some wealth. It's prime forest, yeah, so they'll probably have lumber there instead, which is worth more gold. So I'll leave the field there for now. I'm gonna have oh, god damn it! I was supposed to move the monk, not the army. Let's move the monk because he can act as inspiring for the forces. Let's have these Ashigari move up to Minato Castle. Daihuji haven't broken their alliance again, which is good. Once this camp gets built up, we'll likely be able to train some more Ashigari troops, which would be great. And we can start training our Yamabusha, or Yamabushi. Let's see. Now they are expensive, they're also very good. So we're going to start recruiting as many as we can, as often as we can. Because I think what I'll use the Yamabushi for is they will defend our homeland in the south, whilst our army continues to conquer the northern clans, if that makes sense. The Nambu clan is absolutely fucking huge. They better not be planning a war with me, because they would kick my ass with all of their Ashigaru and stuff. So we're not going to exempt here from taxes anymore, but we will exempt Toko Castle. So we make a little bit more coin from Hiyama Castle being taxed. Can we actually increase our tax level? No, we're already on normal, so we don't want to increase that. That would end badly. Right, I think that's the turn, but we've captured Toko Castle, so we'll call that the end of the episode. Doing alright, doing alright. As long as another clan doesn't decide to declare war on us when we're recovering. If we get a few turns to recover, we only really need, like, and these men are going to take a while to replenish, but once they're in Minato Castle with the camp, it won't take near as long. Probably take maybe 4 turns. If we get like 2 or 3 turns replenishing, we won't need to worry about someone declaring war on us. But before that point, we should be wary. We've got some more solid melee units on their way though, so our army's going to be quite powerful. We can start splitting a general. We can take one of our generals here, probably the guy who reduces upkeep, and move him back down to the capital, or our main recruitment province. I think that's a good idea. Anyway, it's been me, Chaff Commander Coffee. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.